Hello, Major Destruction. It's Joe Bob 1/2. Well, I see. Yeah. I totally and utterly understand what you're talking about. I am a big player, or I used to be a big player of Final Fantasy XI. And I was also, for a while, a player of Guild Wars. But, I was a big player of Final Fantasy XI. Big thing about it, though, about Final Fantasy XI, it's very, very habit-forming. I liked it because, first off, I think it was a little bit before World of Warcraft. Anyway, but the thing is that you had two major groups of people, depending on what time of day you were playing. You had, first off, you needed a party. You needed a party of 6 people to get most of your stuff done, and you needed a well-rounded party. Thing is, once you got a good party going, you didn't want to stop, so you'd play for like 5-6 hours. This is with the American party, with the East Coast party. And then, because the thing is, you don't have different rooms. Like, I'm not sure if World of Warcraft works like Guild Wars, where you have the US room, and then you have the international room, and then you have the European room. Well, I'm not sure how it works. But, in Final Fantasy XI, it's all one big server. I mean, they have several different servers, but the servers are international servers. So, one time a day, you'll have Americans from the East Coast, then Americans from the East Coast start to leave, and then you have Americans from the West Coast. Then Americans from the West Coast start to leave, and then people from Japan start coming in. So you keep this party keep on going, people leave, people come back in. They can't see you making fun of me. Anyway. People leave, people come back in, and then the Japanese people start leaving, and then the Europeans start coming in, just for a little bit. Not that many Europeans, because they're not big into console gaming, they're more into PC gaming. Though, there is Final Fantasy XI on PC. Anyway. And then what would happen is you end up staying like 23 hours a day, just playing Final Fantasy XI. Yeah, I quit simply because of that. Now I'm addicted to YouTube. Yay. But towards the end, guild buying and guild purchasing, guild selling became a really big problem.
I just.
Anyway, guild buying, guild selling became a really big problem. You didn't have that much of a problem with bots, simply because they tried to ban bots as soon as they came on. But you still had the problem with guild buying and guild selling. Though I personally hated guild sellers a lot more than guild buyers. You know, you'd spam them every time they came into an area. Now, if I said I never bought guild, I'd be lying. I bought guild once or twice. But it made me feel empty inside. The way I made most of my money is I'd just basically, when you're going out, you're fighting, you get crystals. Well, what I'd do is I'd hoard crystals, or buy a bunch of crystals when they were cheap from the auction house, or just, like, for example, fire crystals tend to be between, for a pack of 12, tended to range between 3,000 when it was lowest and 6,000 when it was highest. So what I'd do is I'd buy a shitload of them when they were 3,000. Then I'd keep on saving up when they're 4,000 or 5,000. Then once I got to 5,500, 6,000, then I'd go ahead and sell all of them and make money that way. But I never sold gil, and I hardly ever bought it. But still. Yeah. But still, it was a really big problem. It did cause a lot of inflation, and that's part of the reason why I stopped playing. But anyway, that's about it. Enough of me being a nerd. I'm gonna leave now. This is Joe Bob 1/2 preaching 2 things: love and peace.